propagating. Does that mean it's on?
It's kind of buffering, and it'll tell us in just a second. This will say you're live. Which is why we do it on Sunday morning early, and then we know we're live when the countdown actually starts. There we go. That one's going.
Watch this.
And YouTube is about to be up and running. I say YouTube's about to be up and running. There it is.
So, Larry, I just want to thank you so much for, honestly, folks, one of the best interviews we've ever had on the morning show. I mean, if people didn't see that interview just now, I'm kidding. We crashed here and we are back to live. So Larry and I didn't actually interview yet. I think we got to, how was Easter?
And I said that Easter was nice. It was great seeing so many people, even though I was more or less in the tech booth, especially at the 11 a.m. service. But even last week, there were so many people back. And like you keep saying from the pulpit, it's so nice to see people.
It is.
Well, that was my first time actually back in the pulpit and looking out and seeing those people. And I was like, wow. And we had like 60 people at the 9 o'clock service, which compared to an empty room or 10 people is significant.
It's huge.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, the cool thing is things are still moving along. We got through Easter again. I've been preaching about that hope, and you know that applies to our church. That applies to everything we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's shift gears real quick and talk about your specific ministries, because when you were hired here, it was under the notion that we really needed somebody to come and help our family ministries, not to like be redeveloped, but to be developed from the ground up. We're getting a lot of babies born, but tell me about some of how that's going. I see you've got some notes here about camp dates and whatnot. Tell us a bit about our family ministries.
Well, it's going as well as could be expected, maybe better than it's been renovated.
Yeah.
The 11 a.m. worship center now has a family ministry area where if you have a baby or a toddler, you can actually go worship. They can be there with you, which is really nice for parents, during the times of COVID. Not everybody's willing to just relinquish their child into a nursery with 5 or 6 other maybe not sick babies. So that's really, really nice. We've been able to start the 411 family gathering service, which we're several into. We've got another one scheduled between now and the summer break. That's going to be a lot of fun. Families basically come together, stay together, do activities together, learn something together, and then eat together. Really, really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Student ministry, we've still been meeting in conjunction with Westside Christian Church. So we've had up to 6 to 7 of our students over there with them. You mentioned camps. We do have several this summer, one for the middle schoolers at Lake Wales. That's early July. And then one for the high schoolers later on in July up in Tennessee. So that's going to be at Johnson University up in Tennessee.
Awesome.
It's through a Christ in Youth. CIY is the organization. Very good, solid organization.
Awesome.
Kids always learn a lot. In fact, every year that I've been to CIY, somebody has come out of that with a call to ministry. One of the kids that went 2 years ago, Ryan, he's about to graduate from a Christian college at this point and just got engaged.
So how long do we have to talk these people out of a call to ministry? Just kidding.
Sometimes if you tell them the really bad news, actually, most colleges and seminaries, in your first semester, they try to talk you out of that.
Is this thing still going?
Yes.
Are you positive?
I am positive-ish that says we're still going.
Okay, well that's good. I mean, we're gonna kind of nip the show in the bud, but anything else you want to talk about real quick with church going on, or? Yeah,
nothing in particular. One thing we don't talk about a lot yet is the need for volunteers.
Sure.
The need for people in particular areas.
Yeah.
As the session kind of starts developing their ministry teams, as new people have just come on to session and everything, I think there's going to be a need, like first impressions. I know for a fact the tech team could use a body or two that would be willing. You don't have to know anything. We'll train you. We'll show you where the one button is that you hit for whatever your task is.
Exactly.
And it'll be easy enough to do. The thing is, are you willing to commit to doing that once or twice a month to kind of relieve the pressures?
Yeah, because, ultimately it's been down to you and Paul. Now, Paul, his role, he's in the booth. He's kind of running the whole tech side on Sunday mornings. You are there by default.
Right.
And technically have a lot of other things you could be doing on a Sunday morning. So the more people step up into these volunteer roles and walk alongside our tech team in learning that and being there and being reliable, I think it frees really all of us up to be able to do more ministry on a Sunday morning.
Absolutely.
And really have some cool feel going on around here as we become more available. So cool. Well, Larry, like I said, it's been a blessing to have you here. Real quick, I'm going to switch to this camera just to show everybody what, this is our setup here. And we are in this room with a camera, and we're just set up here, and there's Larry. And this is, basically as high tech as we get right now when we're trying to do stuff live. But, as we're striving to cultivate hearts for Jesus from the heart of downtown, it really gives us a nice opportunity to say hey to everyone, get back from Easter. I want to remind everyone that the ABCs of Faith will be back on Wednesday night.
Yes.
And we're up to the letter N.
We are up to the letter N. So if you have an N, word from the Bible that you would like to throw at us, we would love to follow that. Nebuchadnezzar, good example.
That is a good example.
It's on my list.
Nahum.
The
Nephilim.
Yes.
All right. So if you want to watch any of those shows, you can go to Facebook at FPBradenton. You can also watch on YouTube at FPBradenton. And again, Larry, I just want to thank you so much for being here with me and being a part of this show, a part of this church, a part of this ministry, and making stuff happen. So
glad to be here, and I know we've got a busy afternoon and a busy week ahead. So
we do.
Why don't we get to it?
Well, ABCs of Faith again, breakfast and Bible study. You can join that. That is over Zoom. Worship is going to be at 9 and 11. Again, that congregational meeting will be during our community meal team is going to be prepping a meal this Sunday at noon. They'll be serving a lot of folks. If you want to partner up with that team, hit us up here at the office and give us a call, shoot us an email, office@fpbradenton.com, and we'll get you set up with Brittany and Rob as they continue to lead that effort. But let's remember, more than anything, from Isaiah 42 again, the Lord has called us in righteousness. And that's why we're here. And it says we're not connected to the internet on the computer.
But that might not mean anything.
Which means this is what it says, and again, we don't know what it means. You are not connected. We don't know if we're live or not.
We might still be live. We probably are.
Okay.
But this is the nature of our Wi-Fi.
That is correct, and we're getting that fixed. So, but the Lord says, "I will take hold of your hand," which means we don't do it alone. So, just be thinking about your calling, that calling into righteousness, that calling to serve God, that calling to get the good news out through the way you live your life and using your words. So that's about all I got for you. Thank you for joining us here at FPC Bradenton this morning, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Yeah, see, we're